that is exactly what Bar Jackalope is.
Yeah.
Is if you want to shoot the shit with the whiskey master, whatever you guys call them, like if you want to shoot the shit with them and learn every single ounce of that brand that you're going to drink or potentially drinking, they will tell it to you. Or if you're just like, I want to spend like X, Y, and Z, and I want to get kind of buzzy and I want to feel this way, they're like, got you, see you later, bye.
It's funny you say that right now, because during this interview, I'm actively been like holding back on some whiskey nerd.
Don't give us all the whiskey
just because
nerd.
I'm like trying to balance the conversation.
Okay.
And I'm almost like, it's funny because like talking to you right now and sipping this whiskey, this is almost like a conversation we would have at Bar Jackalope.
100%.
And I think that is what's so very special about Bar Jackalope is it's on the high end of high-end whiskey bars in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It is up there in style, ambiance, like authority, like.
So for those who
legit.
don't know it,
yeah,
we got to go back. We got to go back because we have to talk about like exactly what it is. Because I think a lot of people in LA don't know what it is, but most people who don't live in Los Angeles don't know what this is. How did Bar Jackalope become a perfect little whiskey speakeasy within a busy bar of $7 grand? How did the concept come to be?
a lot of guts, man, a lot of guts. My GM Andrew Abramson, who I've been referring to throughout this.
Yeah.
I had been at the bar for about a year now, so I was a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
I'd done my thing. His strategy was kind of going in the direction. The bar was getting a lot more balanced, and now it was like, okay, now for phase 2. And Andrew was like, hey, Carr, let me talk to you for a minute. You know that back bar that you guys light on fire every weekend? I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Go back to Bohemian Rhapsody, okay? Yeah.
He goes, I love that. It's great. Good for business, good for morale, good for everything. But imagine Monday through Friday, it's the complete opposite. You ever been to Japan? And I was like, this guy's gonna drop Japan on me. All right, let's make this like a really intimate, reserved place. And we struggled with the concept. Not the concept, but we struggled with like attendance. And people like, what is this? I thought we were getting smashed tonight.
Where is Bohemian
Where's
Rhapsody?
Bohemian Rhapsody? We don't understand this. And
Where did the name come from, though?
so $7 grand is got like this classic taxidermy
Right.
on the walls, and there's some stags on the walls. In the back room, there are jackalopes.
Okay.
4 jackalopes.
There before it was Bar Jackalope.
Yeah.
It was Jackalopes.
Yeah.
Okay, got
and
it.
so originally the first behind the scenes, the first conversation with Andrew, he was like, I'm thinking about calling it the Buck Bar.
No. No, because like that. Then I think of big buck hunter. Like, and again, I'm from the Midwest, but like anyone who, this is a transplant town. You bring Midwesterners, and you're like Buck Bar. You're like, fuck yes, we are in a big buck hunter competition, and it's bring me picklebacks.
Well, and that's the beauty of the first draft, right?
Yeah.
So I just remember looking at him and going like, okay, I kind of Buck Bar, I got the alliteration, and it's like sharp sounding, it's kind of aggressive. I like it, sounds good. But then I was like, but don't you think that people are going to think like that's the bar that you go to like to spend $1 for a cocktail, and it's going to like cheapen it, right? People
The
are gonna be
writer
like,
in you.
I was like, I think people are going to think that everything is for like $1, like it's a 99-cent store of
Yeah.
bars. And he was like, scratch that. It's not the Buck Bar. So he came back to me and was like, what do you think about Jackalope Bar? We were having problems with the transition. And I went to one of these steakhouses on something. I don't even think I ate there. I have no idea what was there. But I remember looking on the wall and seeing the Jim Rome locker. And there was like
Okay.
a bottle of wine in there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is how those people
Yeah.
live, right? Like they go to a steakhouse and they got their own locker, and they're like, hey, Vito, hey, nice to see you. Bring my bottle of Cabernet down, right? So I went back to Andrew and I was like, do you think we could like have a whiskey bottle locker? Like, could people buy a bottle of whiskey? And then his mind was just like, oh, how would that work? And he was okay, well, they would have to buy it, but they'd have to buy it at a premium, but not like a ridiculous, like,
Right. It can't be like bottle service.
not like, yeah.
Yeah.
But not like the ridiculous, like you're paying $1,000 for Grey Goose.
Right.
You might spend $400, but you're probably going to get like a 12-year-old bottle of scotch or something, you know, or maybe
Sure.
even better than that. You know, it's depending on what our prices were, but talk about like the best bottle service ever.
It's like boss status.
Boss status.
Yeah.
And it's like, you think it work? I was like, well, my only question is it even legal? And then just kind of flip through some things, like, because like, you know, buying a, you know, bottle and
That's not drinking it.
hammered it, and you
Right.
just leave it. You get hammered, just leave it. I don't know, as long as you're not taking it to go or whatever. He was just like, oh, you know, ran the numbers, went to the
Lawyer.
corporate lawyers, whatever. I don't see why not. So next thing you know, we had the option to buy a bottle. So people come in, get a cocktail or two. Not many people were going because it was very slow and it was a different style. 20 guests a night, not really like paying for itself, you know. But then that one guest is like, what's this bottle program? I'm like, well, you can buy your own bottle. And I get to come back. Yeah, you even get to put your name on it.
Yeah.
So let me
And
get
these
this
little
straight.
hang tags.
I come back with like a business deal or group or whatever, right? And I sit down and I go, hey, Eric, bring me my bottle. And I bring a bottle of whiskey and it has my name on it. And I sit it down. And they were like, oh, God,
Yeah.
let's do it. So we started with 20 cabinet spaces. Now there's over 2,000. It's insane.
So I hate to like reveal secrets and like date secrets for people, but how this all kind of, how I even knew that you were involved with Bar Jackalope was I went on a first date with someone in Los Angeles. And do you not remember this conversation?
No, I just want to hear it out loud.
Okay. So the next day, 5 days, whatever. Anyways, I go on a first date with this person. It's going well. We hit a couple places downtown Los Angeles. At the end of the night, he's like, hey, do you want to go to this place that I have a bottle at? Like, that's how it was phrased. And I was like, yeah, I do.
I know this is a podcast, so I should say something, but like if like my face was just like,
So exactly. So
that's
this
how
is the
we
best
drew
part
it
though.
up.
So
that's how it was
so
in the playbook. That was like basically the triangle. That's Phil Jackson's triangle offense right there. That's how you do it.
Right. So we go. It was a great date. Overall, it was a great date. Didn't work out. Great date. But we like sit down and they like bring out his bottle, it says his name on it, blah, blah, blah. It's like all hot, like exactly
but
what you're
don't give me
envisioning.
the blah blah blah. Take me back to the moment. What were you impressed in the moment?
I was extremely impressed because I'd never seen anything like it. Like I'd never seen. So you walk into 7 Grand, you're like, this is a cool bar. Like this is a great, fun, awesome. There's a pool table. There's like an outdoor patio, which like if you throw an outdoor patio at me, like I'm all about. And then you throw whiskey in, we're ready. Okay. So then you go back towards the bathrooms, and on the left hand side there's like these locker situations, and they have bottles with little name tags on them that are handwritten. They're all unique, and you're like, who's that? And it for a second looks like decoration if you don't know A, what it is, but B, what's on the right side, which is a tiny little button. This is again like probably the 3rd bar that we've been to on this first date, and they're like, sir, would you like your bottle? And like, yeah, I would like my bottle. So they bring it out with a name, and it's all impressive, and yeah, great. Clearly I'm going on a second date with you at this point. Like, awesome. I love this vibe. And I remember telling you, I was like, I went on this date with this guy and it was awesome. We went to this bar. Have you ever heard of this bar called Bar Jackalope?
Yeah.
And he had a bottle there. I was like, he had a bottle there, had his name on it, and they brought it down. It was great. And you're like, fun fact. Let me tell you, the name tag was my idea. And I was like, shut up. Like I had no idea. And that, again, character development. What your name is on the bottle wasn't necessarily like Eric Cardona. Like you could say whatever you wanted on this.
Yeah, pros and cons about that.
There are.
Yeah, because most people were hammered by the time
And they're
made that
pretty
decision.
dirty.
And some were like, Todd, cool.
Cool, Todd.
And some were like, oh, I'm gonna buy. Can I buy this for my brother? Yeah, okay. It's like the biggest dick this side of Minnesota.
And you're like, that doesn't fit on a chalkboard this big.
And there's, like you said, there's way worse.
But was this concept exactly like how my interaction at Bar Jackalope, was that the exact interaction that you wanted to happen?
Yeah, bullseye. And that's what I'd be happy to do that for you. But it's going to take a minute because we got to...
You told Mark Cuban to chill.
Yeah. Oh, here's the best part. He goes, no, we'll just take the table right now. And I was like, okay.
No.
But that's totally cool. But I have to ask that you reduce your party to 6. And I looked at the bar. I looked at his group, right? And it was Mark Cuban. It was like smoking hot babe, 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 and some dude.
Oh shit.
Trust me when I say Mark Cuban was like, yeah, that's no problem. And then he sits down at the table of 6 with 5 girls, and he pulls out a wad of $100 bills that was like that.
And the poor guy just had to go somewhere else?
Oh yeah, the guy was just like,
Bye.
I assume he went and got a drink at the other bar.
Yeah.
No problem, Mark. Yeah, that's great.
Wait, I love that he was cool with it too.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I love that.
Oh, they've done this before, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. But I really love that it worked out like that for you. I had it was very masculine, people might say.
It was.
But the interesting part about that was it was masculine in a way that it wasn't made for men. It was just, it kind of had this like musk kind of feel to it, smell, look, leather, all that stuff. And we found that it attracted a lot of women to the environment because this just in, a lot of women like men. Oh,
shocking.
Yeah, it goes both ways sometimes.
Weird.
And
you're like, ooh, hot men that have bottles, yes.
Yeah, okay, I kind of like this. So this woman comes in one night. She's kind of one of my favorite customers because she was like just total alpha, and it took like one time. She was on a date that's that. She comes back the second time.
Did she have a bottle, or she just?
She got a bottle.
Okay.
And it was her second time, and she finishes up the date. It was a different guy, but it was like a couple weeks apart, whatever. Different guy, different day, whatever. So
you have a bottle.
So glad you chose our establishment. I love this. You know what I mean? And so the guy goes to the restroom or something. She walks over, and she comes into the bar, and she's like, I wanted to just let you know, I really love this bar. Now, in the next few months, I'm recently single. You are going to see me here over the course of the next few months. And every time I come in, I'm going to be with a different man. And I would appreciate your discretion.
Oh, my God.
And I was like...
Did she do one of these?
I love you.
Or was it like total?
She didn't do the money, but she might as well have.
Yeah.
And I was like, you are my hero. You're such a baller. And that is why this is for you.
Yeah.
Yes. You get a.
Wait, did she find a winner? Was there ever 2 guys the same?
No, I mean,
wow.
But she
But that says more about men, because hello, how do you not get the second invite?
I don't think she was giving second invites.
Oh.
Is my impression. But we stopped seeing her a couple months after that. So So
someone did win.
Yeah, maybe
someone won.
Yeah. But I just loved it, her comfortability, and like, she was like, thank you for making this place. I love it. I'm going to bring in a different dude every week. You're not going to say, goddamn.
Like actual goals.
Like, I got you.
Yeah.
It's the same way you do, like, I got you, dude. I got you, girl. I got you. And that was another thing that was like, so now it was like, there was no classism in the bar. There was no like gender sexism or anything like that. It wasn't built for one or the other. It was just a cool place to hang. And, Andrew developed the idea. He brought in me and Pedro Shanahan, like a legendary man of the bar, with Pouring with Heart, and Sed oversaw it. Sed greenlit it because he trusted Andrew, believed in Andrew, believed in the company.
Which is huge, like a trustability to...
Yeah. And then Andrew trusts us. So then we're like, oh yeah, we really want to make this work. And, Andrew was the vision. Pedro was the accuracy.
Yeah.
And I was the hospitality. And all 3 of those things. I mean, if it's just the 3 of us with Sed's support or Sed's like involvement, so like 3 + 1, we could conquer the bar world.
Every bar could be a bar Jackalope.
Yeah.